Hi there, folks. Are you ready to start another math contest? Yeah, of course you are. Let's take a look at the 2006 Cayley contest. So this is the grade 10 multiple choice contest from the CEMC, Center for Education in Mathematics and Computing. If you haven't taken a Cayley before, they're 60 minutes long, calculators are allowed, and they are all multiple choice answers, only one answer correct for each of them. Something I try and occasionally point out, if you leave a question blank, you do get 2 marks. I like this. The University of Waterloo likes rewarding people who say, I don't know, rather than people say, oh, it's an exam, I gotta guess, and there's no penalty there. There isn't a penalty if you guess wrong, if you're wrong, but you, on average, will earn more by leaving it blank than you will by guessing. I know this doesn't stop people from guessing on the harder questions that are worth more marks, but the probability doesn't lie. Anyway, let's get into it with question number 1. Do one question of video, as I always do. And question 1 says, the value of 1/2 plus 1/2 times 1/2 is... Okay, so you can quickly get this done on your calculator. Half is 0.5. I like writing things, so we're gonna work out with some fractions here. Just make sure that I did write that down. 1/2 plus 1/2 times 1/2. Well, how do we multiply fractions? We multiply their tops and multiply their bottoms. So this is going to be 1/2 plus 1 over 2 times 2 is 4. Well, how do I add these fractions? And yes, I know 1/2 plus 1/4, of course, it's going to be 3/4. Most people will see that. Basic fractions. But if we needed to, how do we add fractions? Well, we get a common denominator. So multiply this guy by on top and bottom by 2, and you'll get the 4 that we so crave. And because they have the same base, we are now allowed to combine them. Not allowed to do this beforehand. And it's not, I run into university students all the time who've forgotten how to do fractions. You don't add the bottoms. I know we multiply the bottoms when we multiply fractions, but this just isn't how the theory of fractions works. There are deep math reasons for that, but we're not going to talk about them because we're done here. It's also a little more theoretical and nothing we need for a math contest. So there we go, E 3/4. And that's all there is to say. They usually start off with a nice quick calculation question that it's designed for everyone to be able to get it. And that'll stay the same for the first few, but then we start getting into more involved questions all the way up to part C, where everything's worth 8 marks, and these are the challenging questions. Cannot wait to see what exactly they have in store for us with 25 here. But we're going to have to wait because we have to go do question number 2, and we will handle that in the next video. Thanks for joining me.